So the first is basics of coding through R or Python. First question is using comments in Python. How do we use comments in Python? Comments are a piece of code that are not executed by the compiler. So why to start a program chapter with commands that would not be run? So the answer is because comments are a vital part of any programming project. Comments are lines of code that the programmer put there for others to understand the code better. If you want to explain what a particular piece of code does, you may begin with the comment that explains what it does and what the result will be. So how do we write comments? We write comment with a pound sign. That is a hashtag that we call. So this is the code where we have run. Wait, this is the code where we have run. This is a comment, as you can see here, but it will not be displayed on the output. Second question is executing commands through R or Python. So any code you type needs to be run or executed before it will work. So there are different ways to execute a code. Your cursor will be one line of code and you will want to run that line. There is a button in Spider to run a single line of code. There is also a keyboard shortcut which is revealed if you hover over that button. So you can simply see this. This is where we run code, and you may want to run multiple lines of code at the same time. In that case, highlight the relevant lines and press run selection or current line. Uh, You can also try executing comments. Comments will not be compiled and there will be no output. Okay, bottom right window of Spider. This tells you that Spider compiler has looked at the comment. Nothing for Spider to do after reading the comment. Third question is importing packages. While many things can be done in Python out of the box, meaning directly after you download and install it, most of it we want to accomplish requires importing packages. So what are packages? Packages contain specially designed code that will enable us to perform complex data science tasks without writing the code ourselves. Pandas is most commonly used for data wrangling and data manipulation purposes, and NumPy objects are primarily used to create arrays or matrices that can be applied to DL or ML models. So, how to import these packages? To import pandas, you can write import pandas as pd, and to import a NumPy, you can write import NumPy as np. Question 4, getting data into R. So now we'll discuss how to get data set into Python. In this text, we will use the read CSV command using the following structure. So first you take your name for the data set, any name, and then you assign it to read underscore CSV, and then you in in inverted comma you write the path to that file, that particular file. Then the command read CSV comes from the pandas package. After importing the pandas package, we can access the read CSV command by typing pd. To use the read CSV command, type pd following by period. So okay, you have to type pd followed by a period, then command read CSV. Okay, the next part of the code is the path to the data file contained in double quotes. This the path to the data file. For many window user, the path will start with c colon slash and then with the file name. For example, the code to import the data set is given below. So as you can see here, the path to the file starts with c colon slash and ends with the file name. Alright. The programmer will substitute their own file path portion of the file given above. An example of this is given below. So bank train equal to pd.read CSV. This is compulsory and this is the path of the file that we are using here. So this is the code that we have run. As you can see here, import pandas as PD, file path is equal to R, and we have given the file path. And here another file path is given, that is bank train equal to pd.read csv, and file path comma this is where you write the file path. How to save a output? Certain commands generate output that can be used in other lines of code. To use the output in later code, you need to save the output as a named object. You need to first save that output. To save the output, follow this structure, that is your name for the output is equal to the command that generated the output. pd.crosstab bank train previous outcome, comma, bank train response. If you do not save the output generated by the crosstab command, the resulting contingency table is displayed in spider figure as 2.3. Here we can see figure 2.3, and we have not used crosstab here. So the resulting contingency will look like this. In figure, in denotes the code we have run and out denotes the resulting output. This is in and this is out. Denotes the resulting output. If we only wanted to make a table and not use it elsewhere in our code, this would be sufficient. However, we want to use this table to make a bar chart. Therefore, we have to save it. अगर हमें सेव नहीं करना होता, आगे यूज में नहीं आता, तो हम उसे ऐसे ही रहने देते, लेकिन हमें आगे यूज में चाहिए उसे, तो इसलिए हमें उसे सेव करना पड़ेगा. सो टू सेव इट वी ऐड अ नेम फॉर द सेव्ड आइटम and an equal sign to the left of the command that generated the output. So we can see this in figure 2.4 that we have given an equal to sign. So yeah. Crosstab 1 equal to pd crosstab. These are the name can be anything provided it start with a letter but not a symbol or a number, and does not contain periods or other special character other than an underscore. In figure 2.4, we named our table crosstab 01. Notice how there is no output in figure 2.4. The in statement jumped from in 10 to in 11 without specifying an out 10 in between. Python skips the out statement because the output generated from the crosstab command has been saved under the name crosstab. So to view the output, run the name we have given in the output by itself. So the result is shown in figure 2.5. This is table 2.5, and these are the results as you can see. Question 6, accessing records and variables in Python. So we use a log attribute LOC, which will pandas data frame have, which all the pandas data frame have, and state what part of the data frame you want to see. Python references its record starting at record 0. So if we want to view the first record and we request record 0, similarly to view the second record, request record 1, and so on. So for record 1, we request record 0, and for record 1 and for record 2, we request 1, and it goes on. For example, to see first record of bank train, use the following code. Here is the code written using the .loc attribute as above to view the first record of the values. What if we want to access many records? We will use the .loc attribute and list the records we want to see. If you want the first, third, and fourth rows, use the following. Why is it written 0, 2, and 3? Because 0 indicates 1, 2 indicates 0, as 0 indicates 1, 2 indicates 3, and 3 indicates 4. So if on the other hand, you want the first 10 rows inclusive, you would use the following. First 10 rows First 10 rows means from 0 to 10, and we use a colon here. Okay. While we reference the rows by numbers, our columns have names.